Aloha friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Shamansi and this is your 7/7 portal reading. Alrighty, so it's interesting because these cards, I thought that I was pulling for a different reading, and then I wasn't able to get the reading done, and they sat for a day, and I'm like, okay, Spirit, what's really going on? And they said, no, these are the messages for the 7/7 portal, which I hadn't even realized was coming up. So I love how my guides, your guides, they're so connected, and they know that we use this as a channel to connect with them. So they came through this time with exactly when and how they wanted this message to get across. So that being said, I'm just going to fill into the energy of the 7/7 portal and what it is opening up. They're telling me this is an opening, an expansion, and freeing yourself is what they're saying. Freeing yourself from what, can I ask, please? They're just saying from the constraints of what was, from the programming, from anything that was placed in your consciousness that was not in your can you relay that better, please? They're saying, yeah, it's like these programs that were placed in our consciousness from outside our realm. Okay, what does that mean, please? The false programming, the false light. Got it. Okay, the false light. So these are programs that came in to maybe shine light on certain things. And I'm asking for an example because I feel like this might be hard for me to relay the message across. So the example they're giving me is that okay, they're saying the realm has been controlled by fear for a long time. And that fear, when people are in fear, they create more fear. Okay, that makes sense. So when we're in fear, we create more fear. So if we fear the big picture, we're going to create all these little fears leading up to that big picture, which means, let's say you're wanting to buy a house and you're getting everything together, and your fear is that things might not come together and you might not get the house that you want. So leading up to that, there's going to be all these little fears about where the money's coming from. Are you going to have privacy? Are you going to be able to be in the right area? Are you going to be in a neighborhood that you like? Are you going to be around family and friends? Are you going to have to move away from family and friends? There's so many different questions that come in, and all these little fears add up to the overall big fear of, am I actually going to get this home? So what they're saying is this fear programming is what is being lifted through the collective right now. Now, what that means is that as it's coming up, all of the little fears that you've created throughout your lifetime are also coming up to be transmuted, alchemized, sent into the light. So any little thing that has brought you fear, maybe it's scarcity, maybe it's not having enough money to live off of, maybe it's not having good quality food, maybe there's so many different things that we can bring into the realm of fear. And so all those little things are coming up right now. So just be mindful. They're saying those of you that are watching this are really good about minding yourselves, like being in your own energy and not being in your, thank you, recognizing your own energy. There's some interference in here, so I'm going to clear real quick because I feel like the messages are coming through a little crazy. Okay, and I just heard change the music. So let me change whatever frequency this is. For some reason, it's bringing through some kind of fear. And they're saying this is a good time to let you know to be mindful of the music that you're listening to. Even just frequencies. There was a long while, they're reminding me this, a few years back, where my husband and I would listen to frequencies every day. And there was a time where they came in and they were like, don't listen to any more frequencies. There's some interference in that field right now. And so listening to them could actually add fear to whatever you're growing through. So, oh yeah, that feels a lot better already. The music shifted. Okay. So back to the message. And also be mindful of what you are consuming, what you're taking in. If something feels off or you feel scattered, shift the frequency by playing music. Music really, really helps. It's such a powerful tool. Also, you can shift the frequency by snapping your fingers or clapping, just to get the energy moving and so that it's not built up around you. Okay, so moving forward through this 7/7 portal, there are fears that are coming up to be cleared, and your guides, our guides, are asking us to not allow them to pull us back down into what was. So whatever's coming up, feel through it, process through it, however, whatever that means to you, however you do that, and allow it to move through you, because it's coming up to be cleared, and you don't want to hold on to it. You don't want to keep that fear, right? So it's shifting. We're in a space now where moving forward, everything is going to happen very, very fast, they're telling me. And it's shifting into this new vibration of all knowing, knowing that you're going to get that house, knowing that it's going to be exactly where you want it to be, in the neighborhood that you want it to be, around the people that you want to be around, that you're not going to have any trouble with financing or whatever it is to be able to make that come into fruition. It is yours. It absolutely is going to happen. And having that assurance within you, free of any fear that's coming in, so that you don't have to tap into those fear cycles that come up. And just allow yourself to move through it. Know that if there's something that you've been wanting for a long time and your heart is just desiring it more than anything else, it is likely happening on a higher timeline, and you are able to tap into that timeline by dissolving the fear that's coming up around it. Okay, so that is the collective message for everyone. Thank you for sticking with me. That was a bit longer than normal because of the frequency shift. Now, there are 3 piles to choose from. We have pile number 1 with this beautiful amethyst point. Nice, big, chunky amethyst there. We have pile number 2 with this Elestial. Beautiful little Elestial. And then we have pile number 3 with this, it's actually Labradorite, but it's been smoothed over so much that you can only really see the beautiful colors when you're in the sun. So anyhow, Amethyst, Elestial, Labradorite, choose which one of those works for you. Timestamps will be in the description. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoy these readings, please like and subscribe. And I always love to hear from you all in the comments. It really warms my heart, and I love being able to have that connection with you there. So if you have something you want to write, I'm always open to listening and hearing what you have to say. Alrighty, thank you so much. All right, pile number 1. Thank you for tuning in. You chose the amethyst chunk, big, beautiful chunk of amethyst there. And amethyst is the energy of forgiveness. It really helps with, let me rephrase that. It really helps with the energy of forgiveness. It will help you open up your heart, connect to a higher power, and really just start to trust again. And what's interesting is that as soon as I got ready to start reading this pile, I heard Cries of the Soul. So Cries of the Soul is another one of my Oracle decks, which I love. It's actually a shadow work deck. And I opened it up to see what wanted to come out. And this card flew out of the box as soon as I opened it up. And I asked, is this the card? And they said yes. So self-evasion is coming in. And what that tells me is that there's this energy that's coming up through the 7-7 portal for those of you that chose this pile around not being truly happy with yourself, not being in the energy of, it's like you're wanting to embody only the good. You're only wanting to embody the great parts of you. And what makes us so unique and original is embodying all of it, right? The good, the bad, the ugly, the evil, however you want to call them. We all have all of these energies that flow within us through different experience that we experience, through choices that we made, maybe we're not proud of. But this tells me, with this card wanting so badly to come out, because it wasn't even part of the deck, the pile pulled here, it's saying that you're having a hard time forgiving yourself. You're having a hard time maybe even seeing yourself in the mirror for who you truly are, which they're saying is this beautiful, bright light. You have this essence, this aura to you that's really warming. Warming is the word that they're using. It's like it's a warming and nurturing aura. However, you have struggled being able to see yourself in that essence. You've struggled being able to maybe even see yourself drop into that feminine energy of like nurturing and rest and like this wholesome carefulness. It's careful. Yeah. They're saying it's a learning for you to be more selfish, to learn to put yourself first, and to not try to run away from or hide the parts of you that were, because whatever you've been through in this lifetime, it's brought you right here to this moment right now. And so maybe taking a notebook and writing all of the things down that you've been through in this lifetime, because I feel like it's been a lot. You've been through a lot in this lifetime, and there have been a lot of obstacles that you've had to overcome. And because of that, there may have been some choices that you made that you're not proud of. And that energy of guilt is coming up to be cleared right now. Now we have the 6 of Pentacles that came out in reverse at the top of the deck. And this energy is saying that maybe there was some giving with an expected return on investment. So maybe in the past, there were things that you did for people, whether that was financially, emotionally, just being supportive of people. It's like you did it because you wanted people to do it for you. You thought that if you did it for them, that they would do it for you in return. And I feel like those of you that chose this pile have had some really harsh lessons in people not returning the same energy that you give them. So, maybe you're really good at boosting people up, helping them start their own business, or helping them get ahead in the business that they're in, helping them, learn how to be better with their finances. And when there's an energy of like expecting them to return that to you, expecting them to like, oh, I put all this money into this person and I'm not getting anything back. Or I put all this time and energy and effort into this relationship and I don't have anything to show from it. They're telling me it's like this victim mentality that is coming up through this portal so that you can clear it once and for all. Okay, we have healing. Yeah. So, and it's not just like it's healing with self. Like there's no one else there in this ceremony with this figure here, right? Like there's the one that's doing opening up the portal for the healing. So using the drum, maybe drums are significant to you. You can listen to drums on YouTube. listen to some chanting and drums that might help. But really, this ceremony is like for this one person they're receiving. And so they're like, it's time for you to receive from self. I don't feel like this is anyone outside of yourself, actually. I feel like you know exactly what you need to do for self, and now it's time to do it. And what's interesting is the other day I was feeling some pain, and I just kept thinking like, oh, I could really use a Reiki session right now, or like a massage or something. And I was laying in Shavasana at the end of my yoga class, and I was like, well, you're a Reiki master. Why don't you just do Reiki on yourself? And so I started doing Reiki on myself, and I did this amazing little mini session on myself. And I feel like that's what they're saying for you. Like, this needs to be done internally, not externally. So not going somewhere, getting something done through someone else. This is you sitting with self and giving back to self so that you can receive the guidance that you need to move forward, because there's some guilt that you're carrying, and no one is going to be able to help get rid of that guilt or that shame. It has to be, it's an inside job. It's internal. It has to be you that does it. Okay. And then we have secrets. Okay. So it says a cobweb of hidden truths is whispering to you. Yeah. See, so there's this energy of like, your what do they call them, skeletons in the closet. Like maybe you're afraid that your skeletons are going to get out of the closet, and so that's what's holding you back. It's like you have all this brilliant knowledge to share with people, or healing. I feel like those of you that chose this pile are healers. Like you've actually done a lot of healing on yourself, and whatever that medium or whatever you use to make that happen for you, it's time to share that with others. But you're holding back because of the cobwebs, because of the skeletons in the closet. It's like you're afraid that if those skeletons get out, it's going to discredit you. It's going to make you feel like you're not capable. But what they're wanting to remind you of is like, that is what got you here. All of the choices that you made that maybe weren't in the highest vibration, they were all lessons that were learned to get you where you are now. And so they're saying you've got to accept yourself and know that others will accept you as well. Okay, we have this sacred flow of yes. So I do feel some opportunities coming in, but you know, until there's like this you're holding yourself back. You're holding yourself back is what they're saying. You keep holding yourself back because of those skeletons in the closet. So it's time to face them. It's time to stop evading yourself and actually come into tune with whatever it is that you have been running from or hiding from, so that you can live your happiest and best life. Okay, that's interesting. They came out together. So let's see here. We have the tiger spirit, and it says, your fire is sacred. Let it burn with purpose and not for approval. Oh my gosh. So yes, it's saying exactly, be who you are. Nobody needs to approve of who you are, and nobody knows your story and what you've been through. And maybe you'll choose to share that one day and maybe not. And that's okay. You don't have to share your story to be able to forgive yourself and come out and share what you can with others. Like, right? Like, what was part of your healing journey? Maybe it was like me, maybe it was getting away from alcoholism. I'm sure there were plenty of things that I did when I was an alcoholic that I'm not proud of. And so it's not, it's learning to open yourself up and allow yourself to be vulnerable, while letting go of the need to please others, the need to be accepted by others, they're saying. Okay, yeah, see, it says, rise above it. It is not yours to carry. You are an empath. So a lot of this energy that's coming up, it's not even fully yours. These can be insecurities and fears that are coming just through the collective right now. There's a whole lot going on in the collective space. And so, yes, part of it is yours, right? Because they're showing like these images of like turning your back on yourself. But also, this collective field is just like exploding all around you, where some of the shame or some of the fear that you're fearing is likely not even yours. It could be the shame of your parents. Maybe it's something that you thought was totally fine and your parents thought was completely out of the box and not okay, and maybe they were the people pleasers, and maybe that's what turned you that way. And so they're saying like tap into what is yours and what is not, because this guilt that you're carrying, part of it is yours, yes, but there's a big portion of it that's coming through the collective. So maybe like society was saying you can't do this or you can't do that, or you're like putting labels on people. If you do this, you're that. And that's what's adding to the guilt that you already have within. And that's what's making it harder to let go of. Okay. We have, if you are serious about changing your life, you will find a way. And if you are not, you'll find an excuse. Right? I think that's pretty self-explanatory. If you don't want to face your shadows, if you don't want to face whatever guilt that you're still holding on to, then you're going to continue to find excuses to not share your light, not be in your light, right? And maybe that means like not taking opportunities, not saying yes. Maybe it means having a problem with platforms like social media and not wanting to put yourself out there. Whatever that means, it's like, they're saying like, if you really want to change and move through this portal, now is your opportunity. Now is the time to face those shadows, work through those skeletons in the closet, and allow yourself to let go of everyone else's opinion of you or programming that they put on you because of what they felt was correct or incorrect in their own life. Okay. And it says, I am the loving energy of the universe. So just a reminder to self that you are love, right? You are this beautiful, lovely light, and your guides, your highest self is wanting you to show it. It's time to show it and stop evading who you really are. Stop hiding from it. Okay, one last card. We have the Swan. Oh, so beautiful. Yeah, and it's like they want you to see the beauty in self, right? The beauty of your light, of who you are. And beautiful is to the eye of the beholder. Beauty, one person might find something beautiful and the next person might find it ugly. So if you are holding on to other people's opinions of what beauty is, then you're not allowing yourself to be fully in your beautiful essence and aura. Okay, the Amethyst again is coming up to help cleanse and clear. So work with Amethyst, put it on your heart space, keep it close to you. It's a great crystal to be able to move through self-forgiveness and trusting again, trusting that you can have everything you want. And it's just on the other side of this guilt, this shame that you're holding on to. So stop running from yourself. Sit with yourself, fully healed through it. Let go of the collective nonsense that is not even yours. And step into your light, step into your fire. That tiger energy is ready to come out. And I feel like you all have a really beautiful place in this world. And it's time to come into the light and allow others to see it. Whether they find it beautiful or not, you are the loving energy of the universe. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time. Adios. Alrighty, card number 2, pile number 2 with the Elestial. Alright, Elestial energy is such a magical energy. It always feels like this royal, elevated experience working with Elestials. So if you are not familiar with the Elestials, you may want to look into them. There's some really beautiful light codes that are wanting to come through. Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm gonna have to do a channeling just for this Celestial because there's so much energy moving through it. But I'll do that at another time. I'm gonna leave that here. Okay, so the magic within. I keep hearing the magic within. So what magic within you are you avoiding? Now, I have this quote that I have up in my house right now, and it says, magic happens when we most expect it. So it's like maybe you've tapped out of the magic and you are more of a wanting to see it to believe it. Yeah, they're telling me there was a lot of movement, and then it feels like there's this plateau that happened, like a balancing out. So we have the Chariot that came through in reverse, and right side up you see these horses running, and there's just this movement from them. And in reverse, it's like everything, they're showing me like slow motion, like everything is still moving, but it feels very, very slow, if not stalled. And that energy is coming because you are on overdrive. They're saying there's been a lot happening. You've been like in that action energy for a long time, getting things done, making things happen, go, 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 go. And your body and your soul is saying, hey, we need a rest. We need time away from doing, and we need to just be. So being out in nature, being in joy, doing something that you find fun. They're bringing up amusement parks. So maybe going to an amusement park or doing something adventurous or spontaneous will really help you move through this energy. But it's like they want you to get back into this like whimsical, playful energy. And they're showing me a merry-go-round right now. So it's like things are moving, but they feel like they're moving in place. And there's so much more to explore. I guess they're using the amusement park as an analogy now. So it's like you can stay on this merry-go-round and you can keep going around and around and around and around. And maybe it's safe and maybe it is fun for you. Or you can take a break and allow things to just slow down, drop back into the body, come back into your home space in your body, and allow yourself to feel through whatever it is that you've been. They're telling me there's been an integration period. Okay, so what about the integration period, please? There needs to be more integration. So you're likely someone who, and I've had this issue in the past where like you're doing things to heal. Like you have a trigger that comes up and you automatically go into something to heal that. Or you're going to a lot of meditations or a lot of sound baths, or you're doing a lot of different little things, maybe reading a few different books that are all really great at self-healing and working on yourself. And all of that is wonderful. But it brought you out of the magic of what is, right? In this moment, what is, and actually being able to have fun in life, explore more, be more adventurous, be more creative, and actually just bring joy back into your life. So let's see what else comes through here. We have ease. Yeah, ease. So it's like choose the path of least resistance, right? Like if you're always on the go, something's always having to be happening. It's like slow down, let yourself ease into what's coming next. It's okay for you to slow down. You are worthy of being able to take that time to slow down. All right. Your past supports your future. Your past supports your future. So This energy, I feel like you already know this. Like you've come into this energy where maybe you realized recently that everything that you've been through has supported you to get to where you are now. And it feels good, but there's also parts of your past, they're telling me, that support different timelines. Interesting. Okay. So they're saying parts of your past are supporting different timelines. So there may be things that you're still holding on to that you need to let go of so that you can move forward into the highest and best timeline for self. Maybe something in your past was needing to constantly be on the go, be working, be earning what you deserve, right? Like, oh, I did so well on this, I earned this reward, right? And now the energy is like, you don't have to earn anything, you just need to be, right? You are a creator being. You are here to experience life in human form. And that means tapping out of always having to be in that rat race in the flow. It's funny, they brought up rat race, and I saw like the movie from, I think it came out in the 90s or maybe the early 2000s, Rat Race. Maybe you watch that movie. Maybe it'll bring some joy into your life or show you the perspective shift of how off things can be sometimes in life, and how letting go of past experiences and past things will help support us on the future timeline that we are wanting to create, right? Moving forward, we are the creators. We can create our lives the way that we want to moving forward. But in order to do that, we've got to let go of those old timelines that are holding us back, that are keeping us in a different vibration. Okay, we have gratitude is the life force of peace. Okay, so calling in more gratitude in your life. What are you thankful for? Actually, just stopping. You know, I find it fascinating that before I do these readings, it's like something always happens that is in connection to this reading. And recently, I was going through an old phone and I was reading, I had a bunch of notes in there, and I was reading through the notes to be like, okay, what's good? What do I need to keep? And what can I actually get rid of? And one of the notes was like, I guess I just needed to use it as a journal that day. I was going through some things. I was feeling really sad. And in the middle of my sadness, I'm talking about like, oh, I'm sad today because this is what's going on and I'm having a problem working through it and I'm not understanding like why this is happening to me in the moment. And like mid thought, while I'm typing this out, because it was on my phone, typing this out, I'm like, but what is there to be thankful for? And all of a sudden the energy shifts, and the entire rest of the note that I had was like, I'm thankful for this. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for, there was so many things that I was thankful for. And by the end of typing all of that, it was like, okay, I have the answer. I know. I don't need to keep trying to bang my head against the wall to figure out how to process through this sadness. I just need to be in it. And I need to be thankful even for the sadness. I'm thankful that I can feel these feelings, that part of being here in the human realm is the expression and the feelings that we get to have while we're here. So bringing more gratitude into your life, being thankful for everything that has gotten you here, and even just looking around the room, like, what can you be thankful for in your space? Right now, I'm thankful that there are beautiful blue skies and the sun is shining in, and the frequency that's playing just feels lovely and calming and relaxing. So what can you be thankful for? All right, and then we have the swan. Okay, interesting, because pile number 1 got the swan too. So maybe some of you chose pile number 1 and 2, and this swan energy is really coming in for you. But it says, your love is not too much. It is the fire that awakens truth. Okay, so you're not too much. Maybe there's this part of running, of spinning our wheels, of racing, of getting things done is an energy that says you have to earn your right. You have to earn your way. You have to, I mean, we're taught that, right? Even in school, it's like, you know, you go to school and we're there, you know, if you went to any kind of public or private school, we're there to learn, but you also have to earn your right to keep going, right? You have to earn, you have to take tests, and you have to earn your right to continue to the next grade. You have to, like, we're taught that throughout our lives, that we have to earn it. And Spirit is saying, free yourself from that. Free yourself from that past timeline, because you don't have to earn anything. You are abundant in your own right. And so tapping out of that energy of needing to earn it. Okay, they said do this one last, so I'm going to come back to it. All right, we have, I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. So just like I was saying with my journal entry, that's why I say these things are not, they're so divinely aligned. They're so divinely aligned, because it's like I was in that fear of being in so much sadness and whatever I was growing through at the time. And it was like, am I going to be able to get through this? And the fear told me, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. I don't see a way through this. What's going to happen? And as soon as I shifted my perspective and I brought in, I was like, okay, let's just be grateful for what I have now. It really shifted my energy. And so they're saying you have the power to do this. Shift fear into love through gratitude. Okay. Then we have, let's see here, the sea otter. Yeah. I mean, this is a big transformation. The energy that's coming through, like sea otters, thank you. Sea otters are never really seen. Like, I mean, they spend most of their time underneath the water, right? And it's like with you, like you've spent a lot of time in the depths, I mean, there's a lot of water energy that's coming through here. So in the darkness, even maybe in the shadows, and they're saying this transformation is teaching you to step into your light, to be, let that light shine down on you. Look at the light of the full moon glistening on the swan there. It's like, it's time for you to show who you are without, you know, with being able to let go of everything. Now, I'm going to pull this last card, and then I had a thought come through, but it shifted. So they said, read the card first. Thank you. Okay. It's all make believe, or rather, it's all what we make ourselves believe. All right. So what are you making yourself believe? Are things really hard in your life, or do we create those things so that we can stay in that vibration, right? I know for self, I grew up in a lot of chaos. There was a lot of things happening. It always felt like something was happening, and something was bringing me into my depth and bringing me into my sadness, and all of this energy was coming up. And when I started to allow ease into my life, it felt very uncomfortable, because for so long I was really good at getting through any kind of chaos, right? Even in situations at work where things would shift and everything was chaotic and other people would have a hard time working through it, I lived a lot of my life through chaos. So when those moments happened, I was the go-to person. I knew how to calm everyone down. I knew how to make things happen. I knew how to shift things. I knew how to rearrange things so that they worked out in my favor, in our favor for the business. And when I shifted into not needing to be in that chaos anymore and just being in ease, it felt a little uncomfortable. Like I didn't know how to sit in that ease, in that peaceful state, because I had never truly experienced it before. And so maybe this is what's happening for you. It's like that go, go, go is your chaos. It's that, oh, if I keep going, if I keep making things happen, then everything's going to come into fruition. And they're saying, no, 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 pull back, allow yourself to rest, because all of the work that you've done, it's like you've done all this work. It's all up here. And your body needs to integrate that so that there can be a balancing out, and then you can blossom in fruition and everything can come into the physical abundance from there. So pull back, bring some gratitude into your life, let go of some of that darkness like you've done a really good job working through shadow work. I feel like those of you that chose this pile are very grounded and connected with self. Like, you know your body, you know the things that you have grown through and are growing through, and you're probably very aware, self-aware, aware of your triggers, aware of how things shift your emotions. And they're just saying, allow yourself to integrate, allow yourself to rest, pull back and rest. My husband and I went out to dinner last night, and we came home and they had 1,000 things to do. And I was like, nope, I'm just resting. I'm allowing myself to just, like, I'm going to not turn anything on. I'm not going to get on my phone. I'm just going to rest. And that's what they're saying you need to do. It's like this tap out of everything. And it might be hard, even just like bringing yourself into silence, bringing yourself into true rest. And this is physical rest. Yeah, I wanted to make sure this is physical rest. There's a difference between like physical rest, emotional rest, mental rest, but they're saying this is actually physical rest. Your body needs to catch up. So give yourself time and grace as you move through this with the 7/7 portal, and allow yourself to be thankful for where you're at and rest. Alrighty. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time. Adios. Welcome back, pile number 3. You chose the Labradorite, and I asked, like, is this really Labradorite? And they said, yeah, it's just part of the stone, and it's so smoothed out that it looks a little bit different than the others, but it is Labradorite, which connects you to really your intuition, your inner self. It's a good crystal for the third eye to tap into. Actually, they're telling me like your cosmic heart as well. Interesting, your cosmic heart as well. Now, this card, the 7 of Wands, they're telling me is supposed to be in reverse, which is funny because that is originally how it came out, and for some reason it got flipped over when the reading started. But they're saying no, it's supposed to be in reverse, and it's in reverse because there's this energy that's coming up through this 7/7 portal of 7/7 portal, 7 of Wands. Interesting, they just pointed that out. So okay, first off, you may be seeing sevens. This is very specific, but you might just be seeing sevens everywhere you go. All of a sudden, like, you pull up and the address is all sevens, or you go to the grocery store and your bill is $70.77 or something. Like, there's a lot of 7 energy coming in, so they want me to point that out first. Now, second, with the 7 of Wands in reverse, the energy they're giving me is that there's this fear of judgment. You may be feeling like a lot of people have judged you. This is ongoing, they're telling me. Like, this is over, well, throughout your lifetime, but more specifically throughout the past couple of years. So maybe there's something that you were excited to share with people and you started to share it, and maybe it hasn't fully come into fruition yet, and people are judging you and, adding their remarks and their energy to what they believe is true, right? Because belief is it's a program. Belief is a program. Thank you for clarifying that, Spirit. It's a program. So it's what do you know versus what do you believe, right? We can believe what people tell us, right? We can believe something that's being shown on a TV screen, you know, across the nation, and then we can be shown what's really going on behind it. It's like they're showing me a green screen right now, where, like, you know, on a green screen, it looks like they're in this beautiful scene and in this town, and really it's like these actors just standing in front of a screen, and then they add and edit that later. And that's what belief is. It's like a belief is something that was planted, and however you decide to seed and water it is what's going to be created. Now, an inner knowing, right? An inner knowing, a tapping into your intuition, that is completely different. So I feel like there is this judgment coming at you, or that has come at you within the last few years, from people who are still attached to belief systems, and in comparison to your inner knowing. So whatever it is that you know is your truth, right? It's like other people, they're only going to believe it when they see it, or they're only going to believe it when, you know, XYZ. When you're like, no, I know this. I know this in my heart. Like, there is no denying what this is. I feel it in my heart, in my soul. So right away, they're saying this 7/7 portal is bringing this energy back up so that you can fully work through disconnecting how other people judge you, what other people think about you, and also pulling back on maybe sharing with other people specific things. So maybe there's some things that you've shared in the past, or you've been really open about in the past, and they're saying be mindful moving forward about who and what you share, or who you share with and what you share, because some people are still caught up in beliefs of the old paradigm. Okay, let's move forward. We have dreams. All right, it says, let your mind's eye illuminate what you cannot see. Yeah, so this is interesting because I thought a few of these piles might coincide. And in pile number 2, they talked about creating, and when there's something that you really, really want, or something that you really desire in life, it's likely because it's already happening on a much higher timeline. And you see how she's just reaching up there. It's like this, she's like on her tiptoes and reaching up and just wanting to like pull down those higher vibrations and anchor them into the physical space that she's in. And there's all these owls around her. So the owls obviously helping with discernment, helping to see through the shadows, helping her to ground and connect and see everything around her. And they're saying the same for you. It's like, what is your truth versus what is other people's beliefs, and detach from that. Let yourself move through this portal to actually be able to anchor what it is that you are dreaming or wanting to bring into fruition, whatever it is for you. If you're like, you know, I'm going to have a brand new business and it's going to be thriving and I'm going to be making a lot of money and I'm going to have freedom of travel and enjoying my life. And other people are still in the, well, you can't do that unless you do this, or you have to have a degree for that, or you have to put all this time and energy. And normally when somebody opens a business, you know, the first few years you're going to have a loss, not a profit. And like, that's old belief system. Those are other people's beliefs from experiences that they've had throughout their lifetime or other people's lifetimes. And you do not need to tap into that. They're saying, allow yourself to disconnect from the collective in that sense, and worry not about them judging you or feeling like you're different or incorrect, because what is coming into fruition for you, nothing can stop it. So it is absolutely going to happen. And it may just not be happening on other people's timelines or on a timeline that people are expecting. Okay, we have you, the muse. You, the muse. Okay, so this tells me they're saying put more time, energy, effort into self, right? And I feel like what that means is bring more play, joy, ease, peace, all of the good things into self. It's like there's been you've grown through some really big shifts, they're telling me, in the last couple of years. And a lot has been integrated. You've done a really good job integrating through it all. Now they just want you to enjoy life and know that things will happen exactly when they are meant to happen and for a specific reason. So just allow yourself to be in that energy. And you as the muse, they're also bringing this up. I did a private event recently. I actually did a bunch of readings at a baby shower. It was lovely. All of the guests decided to do individual readings with me, and it was a really beautiful experience. And one of the guests came up, and the message was, and they're bringing this through because it's relevant for you all, create through your emotion. Right now, I know that I think a lot of us already know that some of the best creations come from some of the depths, the deepest depths of emotion, right? But they're saying create through emotion for self. So for you, the guidance that came through in this reading at the baby shower was carry a notebook with you or carry a drawing pad with you. And when you're feeling a certain way, express what that feeling is. Maybe it's an instrument. Maybe you play an instrument. But use that to express whatever it is that you're growing through, whether that's sadness, fear, anger, pain, joy, bliss, peace, unity, whatever it is. Start to create through that emotion. Use yourself as the muse. And this is going to help you. They're telling me anchor and ground what you are wanting to bring into fruition, right? Because your body is the portal. Your body is the portal. Okay, I feel like I've heard that somewhere before, but just in passing, and now they're making it very clear. Your body is the portal. Okay. All right, we have... You are, let's see if I can get it to be a little bit more clear there for you there. Okay, you are the truth seeker, awakening, actualizing, transcending. Yeah, so you are the pioneer. So maybe what's coming through for you right now is completely different than anything that's ever happened before. Maybe what you're experiencing, what you're growing through in regards to what you're bringing into fruition or into creation is something really unique and different, right? And you got to imagine, go back to like when computers first came out, right? Like for someone to imagine that, you know, we would be walking around with these mini computers in our hands all day. That took someone's creative energy to imagine into that. And imagine when they said, like, one day you're going to be walking around with a camera, a telephone, a calculator, a computer, everything in the palm of your hand. People probably laughed at them. They scoffed at them like, yeah, right, you're crazy. That's never going to happen. How are you going to get this big computer and all these other things to be in the, you know, small enough to fit in your hand? And now, obviously, we know what has happened. So it's like you are one of these pioneers. Whatever you're bringing into fruition, into creation, it's something really unique. And it's okay to be that pioneer, the one that is setting forth to open up to these new frequencies that are coming into earth realm, right? and being able to adapt and work through them, and then help others grow through that as well. Because what you're doing is not only for you. I feel like this is a much larger scale. Like, you are one of the souls that was sent here to help humanity. And so what you're bringing into fruition is going to help a lot of people. And they're saying, allow yourself to disconnect from what others think or say, because they are not even nowhere near your vibration and what you know, your inner knowing of what's to come. All right. Oh, we have the dragon energy. I love it. All right. It says, rise from your ashes. You are the keeper of sacred fire. This is cosmic energy, y'all. So exactly, like, you know, when people talk about dragons, there's still this energy where some people are like, oh yeah, absolutely, there were dragons that lived on Earth, and other people are like, oh, that's just a myth, it's just a mysticism, whatever, right? And your energy is that of the dragon energy. It is like this, even like the unicorn energy. There's like this beautiful energy of this unicorn that, like, you know, we've heard about since the beginning of time. And there are like things noted throughout time, like with the dragons, right? Like the dragon is in the Chinese calendar. It's one of the animals that's in the Chinese calendar. And people say like, oh, it's the only etheric or cosmic or animal. And they're like, no, they really did exist. And so there's this energy of like mysticism around you, and people, they want you to know, your guides want you to know, those that are judging you, they're just judging you because of their programming, because of where they're at on their journey. Don't take it personally. They're not judging. They actually, like, they're mystified by you. They want to see things come into fruition for you. They want to see that, you know, what you're like. It's like, oh, I would love to see a computer in my hand one day, but I doubt it, right? Like, they're just the doubters, the ones that can't fully see the big picture, and you can. So it's okay for you to disconnect from those that are bringing you down or pulling you back into that belief system that you've already worked through and let go of. Okay. We have, if you want to live a life you've never lived, you have to do things you've never done. Yeah, see, so what you're bringing in, what's happening for you is like, I feel like those of you that chose this pile, you are very much connected with new earth and the new frequencies and the new way of living and the crystalline body and everything coming into fruition. Now, because people haven't seen that yet here, they're having a hard time adapting and changing to it or opening up to it or filling through it, whatever it may be. And you're like, no, I absolutely know. It's like my husband and I, years ago, we had a good friend that just was very much doom and gloom and just said like, oh, the world is horrible and like all these horrible things are happening. And meanwhile, me and my husband are like, actually, it's amazing because everything that's happening right now is leading us towards this new vibration, this new earth frequency. And we were able to zoom out and see the big picture and go, yeah, like right now there is destruction and there is chaos and there is systems breaking down, and there are people that are going to hurt through this, and there are things that are going to be hard to process through and move through. And on the other side of that, there's this beautiful new earth realm that is, this frequency is already aligned with many people that are already here, and you are one of them. So maybe that things happen fast for you, and when you're on your own, and then when you tap into the collective energy, it's like things start to slow down again. And so allow yourself to be in that space unapologetically. Okay, we have the moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. Yeah, so loving the journey, loving where you're at, loving what it has come up for you, loving where people are on their journey, allowing, like, loving that your guides have separated you from people that were bringing you back down into belief systems, because that's totally not for you, and loving where you are so that you can get things moving forward. Okay. And we have the honeybee. Oh yes, the honeybee. So it's like this abundant energy is here. It's ready to be tapped into, and you've experienced it. They're saying like little things, like maybe you're in flow and you're like, things just align for me. I don't know how, but they do. And it always works out when I trust. And they're saying, yes, that is the point. Trust that everything is working out, and that everything is coming into your highest and best vibration. Everything is happening divinely for you. Now, they told me to pull one last card, and I originally wanted to pull a unicorn card because that's the energy that's coming up through this, but they're telling me to pull the wealthy woman card. So I'm going to pull this and see what intuitively comes through, because, the book is in here. I can read the book too. Okay, let's see what comes up for you guys. I haven't used this deck in a while. Let's see, I'll shuffle them here to see what, oh, yep, that's it. Okay. All right, wow. It's such a beautiful card. Okay, it says Cosmic Celebration. Cosmic Celebration. Yeah, everything is like this out of body, like transcending experience. It's like you have worked through all of the physical stuff, and it because you're in this higher vibration, it's okay to be there. I keep just saying it's okay to be there. It's almost like you're apologizing, or you've been apologetic lately because things didn't happen on other people's timelines. Like, oh, I apologize, I don't know what's going on, like there's been some confusion, and they're saying you don't need to be in that energy anymore. You can allow yourself to be in those high vibrations and anchor new earth from that vibration, from that space. Okay, I was looking to see what other message wanted to come through, so let's see, because they did say read it. So the cosmic heart, cosmic celebration, there we go. 55 is the page number, so maybe that number resonates for you, because they had me say that out loud. Okay. All right, Cosmic Celebration. I'm just going to read you from the book here. So it says, receive abundance with joy, amplify wealth. The universe is on your side, always conspiring to bring you the prosperity that you desire. For even the smallest amount of abundance to come your way, the universe must shift events and carve out a path for prosperity to travel to you. Receiving, okay, they said go back. So obviously they're carving out the path, right? If things have fallen off, if things have shifted, people have moved out of your life, that's part of this path that is carving for you. And it says receiving any sort of prosperity means that the universe has been conspiring on your behalf. So every time you receive any sort of abundance, big or small, it is a cause for celebration. When you celebrate your good fortune, you acknowledge the work the universe put in to bring this abundance to you. And it encourages the universe to bring more of the same. Celebrate all of the wealth you receive, even if you don't think it's, quote, life-changing or, quote, glamorous. If money can flow to you once, it can flow to you again and again and again. Make a point of acknowledging the miracle of receiving money and truly celebrate the flow of abundance to the fullest. Revel in how amazing it is to have it flow your way. Okay, and then the last little piece here says, celebrate with true excitement, knowing that the more you delight in money coming in, the more will follow. So whatever it is that you're bringing into creation is bringing this abundance with it. So I think they wanted that last little message to come. They're like, you don't have to think, we'll tell you. Thank you. They wanted that last little message to come in to show you that everything is aligning exactly the way that it needs to be. You are in coherence, and allow yourself to tap into that higher portal and bring that energy in and receive. They're showing that heart opening there. Alrighty, that was longer than expected, but thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, adios.